All right, so you mentioned maybe you didn't have the success on the mat that you started eighth grade, right? So some of these kids that are maybe thinking about starting the sport of wrestling eighth grade, thinking about that wrestling's too tough or what the heck is that, and here you start in eighth grade, you don't see success for the first 3 years, and then you start to see some growth through a local wrestling club, the Columbus Wrestling Club. What kept you driven towards your goals, even though you didn't see success on the mat?
Yeah, so because of Caleb Laneza, he was our first state qualifier in 7 years that we had, in 2014, and we didn't have a qualifier, the last one was in 2007 that we had. When I saw Caleb make it, his senior year, like I had seen how hard he worked, in the offseason leading up to his senior year, and then literally the entire season, he was pushing himself every single day in the practice room, and that kind of intensity that I saw out of him that year is what drove me to pursue the sport of wrestling, very seriously, and not just kind of take it as a normal kid, in high school, just kind of going through the motions, whatever, like isn't really that serious about wrestling. But instead, after the season ended, I just became like obsessed, and I poured everything I had into it. I went to all these tournaments all over the country, and my mom would take me everywhere, pay for me, whatnot, and I just had a very awesome support system, behind me, and that allowed me to do all these amazing things. And in turn, it helped me become a lot better, of a wrestler. All the great coaching I got, and all the amazing experiences I had, all those different opportunities just helped me become an amazing wrestler. And so then, even though I didn't have the success on the mat that I wanted to have, I came back my sophomore year, fell short, in terms of success. My junior year, same situation, came back, fell short. And then going my senior year, though, like when the Columbus Wrestling Club got moved to Westfield South in the spring of 2016, that's what really shifted me into like an amazing wrestler, because I was, getting extremely high level coaching from, Sergey Kataev, who's a two-time, national champion from Belarus. And these amazing coaches that were just pouring in everything that they had into me, and I was there for every practice. Like I was giving it back to them, and they saw how bad I wanted it, and they were willing to take the time to coach me, and take me places. And so that made a huge impact on me, and then my senior year of high school, that finally came around, and I was really going places. Like I was seeing success I never had before, and I was winning matches, and I was placing in tournaments, and it was a really awesome year, and I still faced adversity during that year as well. But I overcame it, and then because I overcame all that adversity, like now that's literally like why I am who I am today, and why I'm here at Otterbein, and just everything that I'm involved in with now is because of me. I fell short of my goal of being a state qualifier. Like that was my goal that I had in high school. I fell short of that goal, but because I fell short of that goal, now I decided to wrestle. I decided to wrestle in college. After my high school career was over, and then in addition, I decided to give back. To Westfield South, and coach all these kids up every day. And take these kids all over the place. Coach them at lifting. Coach them on the mat at practice. And so it's being around these kids. Inspires me every day. And just all the adversity that I've went through in my life, has really shaped me into the person that I am, and I'm just extremely happy to be where I am today, because yeah.